Hello everyone. Hold on. I went through all this trouble to try and set this thing up, and I didn't even set it up properly. So I'm using my microphone. Can you all hear me? If anyone is joining in, just let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to try to swipe this. There we go. All right. Because sometimes when I'm recording or going live, I feel like my voice is always so low, and that's not good. I want to make sure that you all can hear me very well and that there's no issues with audio. So if you can hear me well, just let me know, okay? And I'm going to get to it. Hi, Shayna. Awesome. Thank you, Eva. Very much appreciate it, you letting me know. Perfect. Yeah, it's so much better with the microphone. I feel like it's so clear with the microphone. I'm just putting my cards here. So how are you all doing in the midst of this? We're on the verge of this full moon in Capricorn. I'm recording in my kitchen because, as you know, it's the 4th of July. Hi, Margaret. Thank you for letting me know. So it's the 4th of July. So the thing is that in my neighborhood, everyone's like having a party. So I would typically film this in my room, but all you can hear is music in there, and I don't want any copyright claims when I post this on YouTube. So that's why I'm filming in here. But how are you all doing with this energy? I mean, hi, Mari. It's a very powerful time right now. I feel like now is such a big time of revelation and realization. I feel like there's so much going on internally. So much going on internally. I feel like there's so much that we're seeing right now with new eyes. And I feel like a lot of this probably has to do with the Neptune retrograde. But I think with the full moon in Capricorn and the eclipse that's going on right now, a lot is being shown to us that maybe we didn't want to look at before or wasn't as clear to us before, and we're seeing much more clearly now. So it's a lot. It's big energy, you know. I'm going to see if I could back this up. I don't want to mess up my setup here, but I'm used to being a little bit, further back. All right, that's a little bit better. I like to be farther away. But yeah, it's a lot. I know for me, as you know, I've been feeling very uneasy about the month of July because I had the sense that there's going to be a big change or transformation that's going to come suddenly, unexpected kind of thing. And I wasn't sure how I would handle it. And this is more so on a personal level, not so much global stuff. I don't know what's going on or what's going to happen on a global level. But if there's anything big that'll happen on a global level that Spirit wants me to know, they will let me know. But I'm not so much worried about that. I don't think there's anything to worry about, quite frankly. I think we're fine and we're protected as long as we take care of ourselves. But on a personal level, I feel like there's so much that's being revealed that is bringing us to a whole new level of understanding of ourselves. And, okay, yeah, Shayna, let me know privately what's going on. Yeah, Mari, I feel like it's all the energy buildup with everything that's going on. You know, we have Mercury retrograde that will be ending shortly. Then we still have the post-shadow period and the retrogrades and the other retrogrades we're going through with the Neptune that I mentioned earlier, and then the full moon and the eclipse. So it's just like a lot of planetary stuff. And another thing that we have too is we have this energy of the dog days that's starting, okay? I use I don't want to say the more correct term, but it's the term that's used by, like, I guess the general public is like the dog days. But if you look into more like spiritual circles, they'll call it the Sirius portal. So that's basically where we have Sirius that's rising at the same time as the sun. So it's the heliacal rising of Sirius. So that is known as the Sirius portal. So that's another thing. So we have that as well. Lots of realization, lots going on. I had an experience of my own, which was very revealing for me. And it was more of like an experience with one of my guides that has always been there, but didn't fully reveal himself. And he did the other day. And that was interesting. But ever since then, it amplified the energy that I was feeling already. So I felt even more so. I'm like, oh my God, there's a big transformation going on and I don't know how to handle it. And it's fine to feel that way. Like this stuff, we don't always know where it's going to lead us. We don't know what we're going to become once we process this stuff. So it's fine to be like, ooh, I don't know. You know, I don't feel like we're expected to just breeze through things. Like Spirit knows that this is hard. Spirit knows that we have our own perception to deal with when it comes to these situations. I don't think that we're expected to automatically deal with this with a sense of, I welcome everything gracefully. It's like, no, it's not like that. And in order for us to get to that point, it takes a lot of practice and mindfulness and openness and trust. And these are all things that we have to build over time. It doesn't just come like that. Yes, Mari, the dog days. I explained very briefly. You can actually look it up, the dog days thing. It goes back to ancient times when we had the dog days. It was supposed to be a time in the ancient period that the ancient people thought was responsible for the sweltering heat. So when Sirius was present with the sun, they figured, okay, so this must be the reason why it's so damn hot. And also why the Nile must be flooding right now is because of the Sirius, I keep wanting to say the Sirius portal. Sirius being present with the sun. So they figured during those times that alignment must be why certain physical things are happening on the planet. So you can look it up and you can get a little bit more detail. And in our time, in the spiritual circles, it is the Sirius portal. And that typically lasts until August. But yeah, I can't remember what I was saying before. But I feel like this is a time for all of us to really just, like I said before, oh yeah, I was talking about how we're not expected to move through this perfectly. It's a lot. It's a lot to ask. It's a lot for us to process in our physical bodies. So, you know, there are things coming up for me that I have been partially resistant to. And now it's like in my face and I kind of have to deal with it. So this is a lifelong journey. So it doesn't really matter at what level you're at, life is going to happen. It's going to happen. My stomach is rumbling. It really just, when we go through this stuff over and over again, eventually we come to a place where we can approach it better. But it doesn't change what happens in life. And it also doesn't change the fact that sometimes, like, we are human and we're going to get emotional. We're going to feel certain things. We may feel sadness or grief or whatever it might be. Those are natural things. And I don't think Spirit expects us to be rid of those things. They don't expect us to be completely unemotional and completely just flat. You know, I don't feel like that's the goal. I feel like the goal is really to embrace all of these things. And the more we embrace these things, the less that they have control on us. It's when we try to resist it and push it away that it causes the problem. But I also feel like resistance can be part of the journey. Like, we have to feel the resistance for us to feel that, like, oh, I can't resist anymore. And then we give into it. I feel like that's part of the journey. So we have to honor each aspect of the journey in order for us to actually move down the journey, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm trying to see, like, if there's anything that I want to mention before I continue. I don't think so. If there's anything that I come up with, I'll let you all know. But I'm going to start pulling cards now. And I don't want to say I completely changed the format. I'm using different cards for the format. Hi, Carolyn. Thank you so much for letting me know. Glad, so glad. So we're going to work with the Eternal Crystals cards first. I absolutely love this deck. I absolutely love it. And we're going to use these cards to see, one, what crystal is representative of the energies for this full moon period, but then also with the crystal, we're going to see what chakra that's associated with. So you see, we're still getting the chakra energy, but it's in the form of a crystal. So we're going to work with this first. And then next, I've never used this deck ever on here. So we're going to work with the Secret Language of Light Oracle cards. Try to get the glare out of there. The Secret Language of Light Oracle cards, absolutely beautiful cards with artwork by Daniel B. Holman. He has beautiful artwork. And then, so one card from that. And then for the main reading, we're going to use the Angel Reading cards. I just felt like this would be a really good deck to use for this time period because I feel like it touches upon so many different aspects of life. All right, so we're going to move into that. Alrighty, so we're going to start with the Eternal Crystal. So let me take this out. And when I first got this deck, it was Archangel Raphael that blessed the deck for me, which was beautiful and lovely. I love Archangel Raphael. Hi, Ollie. Thank you for joining me. All right, so I'm going to set the intention to tune into my higher self and my spirit team. And you can just set an intention within yourself to be open and receptive to whatever messages come through while we're going through the cards. And pay attention to any impressions that may come through you as well. Anything that I don't say, but you feel within yourself. That's very important, okay? Alrighty. So I'm just calling upon Mother and Father God from the highest vibration of love and light, our spiritual team from the highest vibration of love and light, asking that they bring through messages that resonate with our highest and best good, any messages that we need to know for this full moon in Capricorn. Let's see, what should be the focal point for this full moon in Capricorn, lunar eclipse, among other things that are happening? Okay. Alrighty. I'm feeling like pulling the top card, so that's what I'm going to see. Hi, Jaleesa. How are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's so nice to see you. So let's see the first card here. Ooh, I love it. So we got Larimar. Larimar 25. So that's the throat chakra. I can't help but feel that it's also the third eye though, but I'm going to tune into it. So that's water and the ocean. So what I'm feeling first and foremost is that this card represents our emotions. Okay. So this card is telling us that during this time of the full moon in Capricorn, it's going to be a time for us to tune into our emotions. What I also feel is that this is a very good time to spend time by water or in water. Okay. I feel like it will have a very rejuvenating, healing, and clearing effect. If you spend time by the water, listen to waves of the ocean, that is so healing for the emotions. I absolutely love it. Take a salt bath, drink lots of water. It'll really help to balance out your emotions and help to purify any impurities that may be processing at this time. And any toxins that are trying to make their way out of the body. And I also feel like it'll just help bring you a sense of clarity and peace by connecting with the energy of water. What I also feel would be a good idea is that you connect to the elementals of the water. So connect to the spirits of the water and ask them to move through you and to heal you and to balance out your emotions, okay? Because I feel like the moon is pulling on the water in our bodies and bringing things to the surface and causing a lot of pressure. for some people. So I feel like if you tune into the elementals of the water, they will help to bring a sense of balance and peace when it comes to your emotions, and then also just help to bring up anything that needs to be brought up and help to clear it out, because I feel like they're saying it's time to move on. Okay, and they're just making me feel like it's this wave, like waves, like ocean waves of clearing and transformation, and it's time to leave behind the heavy stuff. Okay, I also feel like this is a powerful card for intuition. Okay, so just pay attention to your intuition and anything that it may be telling you, anything that you might sense or feel deep within your body. Because this is a very good way to tune into your intuition, is by tuning into your body, your physical body. Because as humans, that's what we connect to first. The mental stuff, like the visions and all that stuff, even the clairaudience, it still has a very like mental energy to it. It's harder for us to believe that stuff. When we feel things in our body, it's hard for us to ignore. So pay attention to your body and anything that it might be telling you. Ask your body for a sign if need be, if there's anything that you want to know. But I feel like the energy of, how can I say this? I almost get the sense that when you tune into the energy of water, you will be moved in the right direction. You will be moved to where you need to be. So I feel like this energy of water is so important right now to connect to, because it'll help to nudge us in the direction that is in alignment with our highest and best good. Okay, so trust your intuition and where it's directing you. And isn't that like a beautiful card? I love the blue, and these cards are absolutely amazing. It's like one of my favorite decks. So, all right, next I'm going to be pulling from the Secret Language of Light Oracle. And this one is a little bit more ethereal, this deck. So I'm curious to see what's going to come out. And then I have to get like some kind of snack, because I didn't expect to get hungry, but I kind of am. Before I started this, I actually did some yoga to get the energy moving, because I felt some stagnancy. So I did some yoga to get the energy moving, and it helped. All right, so let's see what comes through the Secret Language of Light Oracle. Okay, top card. I could feel it. All right, I'm curious to see. Grounding. Okay, so we got grounding. I feel like that's so direct. I don't even feel like I have to tune into it that much. I feel like Spirit is just encouraging us through this card to seek stability within the earth. Spend some time in nature. Spend some time sitting on the grass, putting your back up against a tree, and really allow yourself to connect with the planet on a deeper level. I feel like Spirit is letting us know that we need to remember where our energy comes from, where we come from as physical and spiritual beings. We are one with the earth. So when we connect to the earth, we are rejuvenated. Our batteries are charged. Okay, so when we reconnect to the earth with all those minerals and all those things in the soil, it helps us to recharge our batteries. Okay, and I feel like saying again what I've said before is that as people that are on a spiritual path and are always connecting to this area, the upper chakras from the heart up, it's very important that we ground, because whatever we bring through those upper chakras, it needs to be anchored into the earth. And the more that we ground, the more that we can connect to this energy of spirit, to whatever spiritual energies that we are. We connect to it more clearly and easily. And also when we ground, we learn more about ourselves, but then we also embody more of who we are. So everything, all the higher self stuff, all the soul aspects, when we ground, we connect to all of that stuff more strongly, and we express it more easily through our physicality. Okay, so it becomes us. I mean, it is us, but what's funny about the universe is that in order for us to bring stuff through, we need to be aware of it. So there needs to be some sort of awareness or consciousness of it. Okay, so like for instance, abundance is always there, right? It's always expressing itself through the universe. But unless we're aware of it and we know that it's there for us, it's hard for us to get it because we're not aware of it. And we may have blocks set up in our own mind to be able to connect to it. So we need to have that awareness of all that we are in order for us to really bring it through and express it. So I feel what Spirit is saying with this card is to ground, but then also there's a lot that's coming through right now. There's a lot coming through right now that is trying to make its way through. And in order for it to really process, we need to ground. We need to connect. And that's what I'm going to do, actually. Once I'm done with this video, I'm going to be heading to the park to just kind of chill out and sit in Mother Nature. The more that you connect to the energy of Spirit, the more you're going to find that you need to do this. So before I used to go to the park once every couple of months. I have to go several times a week now. Okay. So I feel like that's what Spirit is encouraging us to do. Last thing before I move on to the other cards is that there's some sort of knowledge that we're going to be connecting to. So I feel like with this tree connected to the earth here, I really do feel like there's some sort of knowledge that's coming through. So I feel like it may very well be the knowledge that's within the planet. That's another thing that you connect to when you ground, is you connect to the earth's wisdom. You connect to the information of everything that has ever occurred here on planet Earth. You connect to that more easily when you ground. So there's some sort of information that we're going to be connecting to. Some of it might be healing information, the healing that is within the planet. Okay, so that is the message with this card. Okay, so let's move on to the last bits. All right, so the last deck I'm going to be using is the angel reading cards. And see what comes through. I'm going to see if I can pull 3. We'll see what happens, though. Okay, seeing how I feel here before I pull cards. All right, so I'm getting kind of like a weird sense. I'm feeling 2 from the top and 1 from the bottom. So that's what we're going to do. And maybe 1 more from the top. All right, yeah. Let's do 1 more from the top. So it'll be 4, okay? All right, so the first card we have here is Chakra Balancing Angel. Okay, and as you could see, or maybe not, the number is 15, which is another 6, very much like the card that we just pulled, the grounding card. And she's outside, okay, by a tree. Okay. All right, so the Chakra Balancing Angel encourages us to find our center in nature. Spend time connecting to the earth, spend time connecting to the planet. I think it's so interesting because we just got a card like that. What I get the sense of too is that some of you have a connection to either shamanism or earth-based religions, earth-based spirituality. What I get the sense of is that more of this is going to be coming out as a result of this energy that we're in right now. What I'm hearing that this is just a part of you. So some of you have a natural connection to the earth. We're all connected, but some people feel a stronger affinity to the earth's energy than others. So for some of you, this is just a part of you, and you're going to be tuning into this more with this current energy. And I feel like something is going to be coming through to you as you connect. Something is going to be coming through to you as you connect. Either the trees are going to provide you with some sort of information, the grass, but the elements of the earth are going to be giving you some sort of information or knowledge as you connect to them. And what I feel too is that you will be connecting more with your own being, your own physical body. I'm feeling very much the lower chakras. Technically, the lower chakras are the solar plexus, sacral, and root, but I'm feeling a strong sense within the sacral and the root chakras. Okay, so I feel that this will be extremely important for this time in connecting to your earth connection, but then that'll also support the energy of your higher self. That's what I get the sense of. Let's see if there's anything else. I also get the sense that connecting with nature will bring you a sense of peace and trust in the process, because her crown chakra is also lighting up, which says to me that she feels a strong connection to the universe and a strong connection in the hand of the divine. In other words, that divine intelligence, that divine knowing, that her sense of divine knowing and this divine pattern that is within everything. I feel like she's trusting in the process. She knows that whatever is happening is for her highest good and she'll be absolutely fine. Okay? So spend time doing that. If you want to do a little chakra balancing session while you're out in nature, I do that. Please do if you feel guided. I feel like it will be of great help to you. Okay? I feel like you will see the higher wisdom that is within each of your energy centers when you do that. All right, so let's see what the next card is. Oh, okay. So we have the Angel of Romance. Oh, that's so cool. Angel of Romance. And this is 16, so it's the card right after this one, technically. The Angel of Romance. Oh, I'm kind of excited. I love romance. Okay. I feel that more romance is going to be entering into our lives with this energy that we're in. I feel a sense of closeness, partnership. I feel an energy building between two people. Okay? Sorry about the vibrating. I'm getting messages and I always forget to mute my notifications when I come on here. But yeah, I just feel like there's going to be more closeness, more togetherness. I also feel like somebody might be getting a pet. I don't know. I just got the sense that either it's like a couple that wants to get a dog, or somebody might be getting a dog. So there might be an increase of love in that way. Love for a pet, so that can be a thing. But I feel like if you're a couple, like let's say you're with somebody, there's going to be an increase in romance. Some people, if they've been with somebody for a while, they might get engaged. That's one thing I'm sensing too. I feel a deeper sense of connection between two people, like a deepening sense of love. So two people might be growing in their relationship. Okay. Somebody might be putting forth, like, even if you're together, like somebody might be more expressive of how they feel about you, or you might express more how you feel about them. So there's this, I see jewelry too, so somebody might be getting jewelry. That's pretty cool. Now, if you are not paired with someone, I feel that this card is an indication, either one, that somebody's on the way, or two, that spirit is helping you to bring more romance in your life through what you do. So there might be an increase in romance in your life personally, maybe buying yourself flowers, listening to romantic music. Spirit is encouraging people that are not partnered to increase romance through what they do for themselves. So one thing that has always helped me to feel romantic, even before I was, with my divine counterpart, was listening to romantic music, things that put me in that space, things that helped me to feel romantic regardless of what was going on. So I feel like Spirit is encouraging that kind of activity. What I also sense is there is a new beginning that is coming when it comes to romance. So there's some sort of new cycle that is beginning when it comes to romance. So whether you're paired or whether you are not with someone, I feel that the hearts of people, sorry if that made a noise, I bumped the microphone. The hearts of people are going to be expanding, and the barriers around the heart will be starting to fall away. Okay? So what I feel is like Spirit is saying, look into the light when it comes to romance in your life. Okay? I feel like there's an increased sense of optimism when it comes to that. Okay? So be a little bit more optimistic when it comes to your love life. Okay? So let me see if there's anything else. Oh, I just see so much joy, and you might be doing things together if you're with someone. And if you're not, just be optimistic, okay? Because I feel Spirit is going to be sending more love into your life. Just don't attach yourself to any outcomes. Be open, okay? All right, next card. Let's see. Oh, I love this card too. One of my favorites in the deck. Angel of Channeling. All right, so the Angel of Channeling. So much energy around the heart space with this card. So much energy around the heart space. I get the sense that you will be doing what you love. So this, I feel like part of this card is about doing what it is that you love, what brings you to life. Okay? So I feel like there's like great joy in doing what you were put here to do. And what you were put here to do is what you love. Okay? It's what you find joy in. I speak about that all the time. And I will be speaking about it more in the future, and I'll let you guys know when the time is right. But I feel like this really is about embracing all that you are and expressing that into the world through what you do. So I feel like they're saying you are bigger than what you even know. Your spirit, your soul is so much bigger than what you assume. And there's so much to you that you're going to be bringing into the world through your expression. Let me look at the card head on to see. I feel like you're going to be connecting more to the gifts of your soul and your higher self. But I also feel like there's a sense of confidence with this too. You're going to be feeling more confident about what you can do. I feel like you're going to be finding so much strength and power in your beingness, in all that you are, and bringing more of that into the world. I feel like some of you will feel more of a sense of leadership. You're going to be seeing how much of a leader that you are, how strong you are, how much you're capable of. I mean, it's really beautiful stuff. Okay, so and just don't underestimate what you feel called to do. Because I know a lot of people underestimate their passions and that which they love. But what people need to understand and realize is what we love is not a mistake. What we love to do is not just random. Like, we love to do what we love to do for a reason. And we want to do it for a reason. And like, just for me, myself, there's a reason why, like, regardless of what happens in my life, I am committed to doing this work because I love it. It is a part of who I am and what I'm put here to do. So it's like, don't underestimate those things that, it could be drawing, it could be painting, it could be speaking, singing, whatever. All of that is what makes and shapes the person that you are. And it's also not what's the word? It's not like stagnant, So you could stumble upon something else that you love and you want to do that. Do it, like you want to do it for a reason. Okay, so don't underestimate what you love. Okay, last card. Let's see. Oh, that's beautiful. Angel of Friendship, and this is also an 8, just like the Angel of Channeling. That was 26, and this is 8. So 2 8 cards. Okay. The angel of friendship says to me that you will come upon a sense of community with people around you. Okay, so you will be finding more people that support you, that love you, that have faith in who you are and what you're capable of. You know, I'm sensing that for some of you, you may have felt isolated, or you may have felt like you haven't been able to meet a lot of people that have been on your team, or that support you, or that understand you. So you may have isolated yourself. You may have just kind of like, oh, well, forget it. I'm better alone anyway. But I feel like this card says to me that there's a sense of partnership here. Like two people or a group of people that are on the same page and have the same thing in mind that they want to do, and they work together to make it happen. Either by actually working together or just encouraging each other back and forth. Oh, I know you could do this, or, supporting each other, with what I'm getting a sense of is that your friends may be able to see things in you that you didn't even see in yourself. Okay. So I love this. Hold on. Let me look at it a little bit further. I see so much joy too. I'm drawn to like the yellow flowers and the yellow butterflies, and I just feel so much joy and camaraderie and sweetness with the card. I also feel that there's somebody who really connects with dolphins. What I get though is that if you do connect with dolphins, or if a dolphin symbol keeps popping up, that is spirit encouraging you to connect to the energy of dolphins, because dolphins are actually really good as a spirit animal to help you connect to friends, like to make new friends. Like they're very like, they help us with being social and with meeting people that are in alignment with us and what we're trying to do, like what our goals are, and just having fun, like doing fun things. Okay, so if you feel as though you're having trouble making friends, call in the dolphin spirit animal. Very, very good at helping us to just have fun and meet people that are meant to be on our journey. There's something else I'm feeling, but I want to sit with it for a second and see what... I also feel for some people, whether they're watching now or they'll be watching later, that it's a very fertile time. And when I say fertile, yes, in terms of like new things coming and seeing seeds being planted, but I also get the sense that it may be a fertile time in terms of like reproduction, like having a kid. So just be mindful of that. If you don't want to have a kid, just be mindful, okay? I just feel like the ground is so open and fertile for things to spring forth, but that could be literal or figurative. Okay, so just keep that in mind, okay? But yes, lots of joy, lots of beauty. Looking at all these cards together, this is such a beautiful energy that's coming through. I'm actually really happy about that. The cards have been great, whether I pulled them here or another, like in my circle or whatever. The cards have been lovely for this upcoming energy. So, looks like good stuff. Great stuff, okay? I am going to get a little snack and then head to the cemetery/park to spend some time with Mother Earth. If you can, do the same in your own time. But I love you all, and I send you all so much gratitude for tuning into these. I personally love doing them, and I'm glad I started because it helps me to stay connected with you all. I know sometimes I can take long breaks and you may not see me for a while, but these readings help me to stay connected with you all. You're welcome. You're welcome, Margaret. You're welcome, Iba. I'm so glad that everything resonated with you in some way. But I will see you all soon. I'll be filming another video very shortly. Okay, so I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.